everyone, how are you doing? It is MasterOv here. Welcome back to Bloons Tower Defense Battles. Now today, this is Random Trio Bananza with Fire. That is right, they put 3 game modes on top of each other, which is actually incredible and insane and so much fun. So we're currently carrying on our 4 wins, 1 loss ratio, and this is actually pre-recorded. I really didn't want to miss this game mode, so this episode and the next one's going to be pre-recorded, but they are like the best episodes and the best gameplays I think I have ever done. We get so much eco, there's so much drama, it is intense. So make sure you sit around, relax, watch them both, enjoy them both, and we're going to run through it. So I'm going to do a little bit of commentary over both. We're not going to do full commentary and stuff, but it's going to be good fun. So we start off, we're on the Swan Lake map, which is one of my favorite maps. And of course, this is Bananza and playing with fire. So for every 1 red we send, we actually get $4 back rather than only $1. So not only are we getting double income from playing with fire, we're then getting double income, aka 4 times the income, from Bananza. So it is literally the most crazy thing I have ever played. Like, it is absurd. So anyway, we start off sending breads, then sending blues. He's gone for the bionic boomer guy over there. I actually decided to go for the glaive ricochet with kind of the idea of just getting quite a few glaive lords, just in case this guy was going to send me some early camo leads or anything like that. I just wanted to have the destruction, the detection all sorted. And also, I think ricochet is better than bionic boomer. Like, especially at low levels. I mean, look at this. Like, I know I've got 2 of them and he's only got 1, but I think the ricochets are a lot cleaner. They just slice them all a lot more efficiently, whereas the bionic boomers just, like, waste so much of their space. But hey-ho. Anyway, we carry on. The eco is already at insane amounts. Nearly 1,000 eco at round 6. No, 1,000 eco at round 6, which is just insane. He's got himself a tack shooter. I've decided just to stick with these 2 guys, and then I'm saving up for my glaive lord, trying to get as much money, and there we go. So round 8, he starts actually kind of catching on about the whole glaive lord idea, and he decides to get himself a ricochet to then get up to a glaive lord. We're sending yellows at this time, and we are getting $12 for every yellow we send, which is just... it's out of this world. It is literally crazy, and it is awesome because we're getting so much money already. We get ourselves our 2nd glaive lord, and my kind of goal in my own head was to try and not let the balloons go through to those spikes. Okay, so that was kind of my goal, was to keep those spikes there forever. And I start getting my boomerang army a little bit bigger. Then we send pinks, and this is where the money really rolls in. For every 1 pink we send, we now get $14.4. Yeah, that is actually happening. $14.4, which is insane and absurd. So I start buying myself my boomerangs, making sure I put them all in the locations, get them up to glaive lords, just so that I definitely won't fail. But you see, we've got our first camo come through. His goes all the way around to his glaive lord, but obviously he has got a glaive lord, so he destroys it easily. But it's just something to watch out for. Glaive ricochets there, throwing stuff down, taking out the all of those balloons. And then I buy my 4th one there. So you can see now we've got 4 ricochets. He's decided to go for a glaive lord as well. Kind of copying me a little bit. But the glaive lords isn't the main game here. We're getting so much money that the main game really is all about those temples. And trying to get the Sun Temple Almighty thingamabob. Which is what we're saving up for right now. So I'm sending Inco. I'm sending pinks. We're getting loads of money. We've already got 4,500 eco at round 15, which is just unheard of unless you're playing this game mode. And my glaive lords are tearing up. Now it's interesting because our enemy is not actually sending much eco. Like, he is sending eco, but only very rarely, because when I stop sending eco half the time, he's not even bothered sending me stuff. So he's not getting his eco very high, which is great for us, but in the late game, it's probably going to kind of damage him a little bit. So, we've got enough money. I decided to get my first super monkey in the bottom right here, but it's a bit of a struggle, and then when I do drop it, that happens. It goes straight into the bin, which is really annoying. So the game thought I was trying to bin it, but then I fiddle around a little bit, and all behold, we've actually got it in there. There we go. It's in. Lovely. So, again, we're going for temples, so we're not going to level it up. And I thought, hey, you know what? It's probably best to place my super monkeys before I start leveling them up at all. So I place another one, this time on the other side. So now we've got 2, and I level him up a little bit just so that he can destroy some stuff. Because obviously when, like, Moabs come, we all know that glaive lords pretty much suck at that. So I thought I'd get those anyway. And then I go for the corners. So we put one right up in the top corner there. He's just done that as well. So we put ours up even higher. And then one in the bottom corner. Sadly, there's a tree down here that's blocking our super monkey, but we can fit him in pretty close in. About there. Ooh, where? There. There we go. So I'm just trying to get it literally as much in the corner as possible. And now it's kind of the tough time to see where can I put more super monkeys without them touching. So I can only fit one more in at the bottom down here. And I can only fit one more in at the top as well. There's really not that much space. And that also means that, sadly, I can only fit one more in at the left. There's not enough space because of the trees are in the way and stuff to fit two in. And obviously, there's no space in the middle of the map because it's all water. So, in total, we've been able to get ourselves 7 super monkeys in positions where they could be upgraded to temples, which I was quite happy about. So that wasn't too bad. Our enemy, I don't think, was thinking that way. It definitely doesn't look like he is, because he's got one of them down to a robo. And I decided to get everybody up to 2-0, just so that, 1, they have the popping power, and 2, they're already, like, kind of leveled up a little bit. So they're all kind of just mowing everything down. He's still not sending me any eco, which is always interesting. And now we're just saving money. So let's save us some money and then see how we go from there. Okay then, so over to round 23. We are now starting to get serious. I start to buy myself some technological terrors, and I get the first temple. So we temple sacrifice, there we go. We've got our first temple. Now, the reason I got the technological terror there as well is it makes it more powerful, basically. I accidentally boost against my enemy, so I don't know if he panics or something, but I accidentally did that. But yeah, so we've got now our first temple, he's pretty powerful as well because he's got the technological terror. It just adds that little bit of power. So for each one, we're going to put a technological terror next to them. At least that is the plan. But that's pretty cool to get a first one already. Round 25, we've got so much money in the bank. Over $70,000 in the bank, which is insane. We need around, for each one, we need around 150,000 for the technological terror as well, of course. So that's about what we're saving up for. I'm still sending pinks. Now, the pinks are better than blacks just because you can send 2 pinks. Well, you can send like 2.5 pinks for every 1 black. And it works out you make more money sending pinks. Even though it does give you thumb muscle joint destruction mode. It is horrible. But if you just keep spamming them, it is better. We've already got an eco of $15,000, which is insane. My highest is only 22,000, so we're already nearly there. I start sending blacks because I think I got cramp or something, so I just send blacks because it's easier. And the blacks, you get $24. 24, it's insane. So, second Super Monkey. We get him up to Technological Terror, get the other guy up to Temple of Monkey God as well, and as soon as we do it, one of the most vital things is to get Super and Epic range, so I get that straight away just before we forget, because now that temple can see across the pond, for example, so it is pretty handy. Our enemy then, let's have a quick look at what our enemy is doing. He's got his 1 Technological Terror all the way down in that corner. Not sure why he's done that, but he decided to do that. He's still got his Glaive Lords going around. I still don't think he's actually sending me eco, because every time I stop, he doesn't send me anything. So I think he's just like, he's probably on a 2,000 or 3,000 eco, and he's just like making money from that. So not as much of us, but still making some money. But he's got a second Technological Terror right there at the start of the map. We have just got over 130,000, so we're just starting to save up again. I'm working the blacks just because my thumb is hurting so much from sending so many pigs. But we're trying to get that eco up to the 20,000 mark before we continue. But you never know what's going to happen. You never know if he's trying to save up to send me zombs. I think that was my biggest worry, was that he was saving up to send me zombs. And I really couldn't lose this one. He's quite a good player. From his win-loss ratio, it's pretty good. And I just can't lose this. This is like, I have to win this. So I was kind of panicking. So we had to get as much money in as possible and start leveling our stuff up. You can see now we've got over 250,000 in the bank. I get myself another Technological Terror and another temple. It's pretty close, this one, but yes, it's perfect. We get our temple. Really, really nice. I get him up to epic range as well. and we've got enough money to work on our next temple straight away. So I get another technological terror, and we upgrade the sun god, and then the temple of the monkey god. So we have upgraded the top 3, one of the bottom ones. We only have 3 left. So our enemy at this stage has got himself his first temple, and he's also got a sun god up in the corner. And what I decide to do here is I've got another technological terror. I get another sun god, but I think it's this one. Maybe it's not. You know what? I'm maybe thinking a little bit ahead of myself. But basically, what I kind of thought in my head was, hey, I wonder if I use attack shooters and I sacrifice attack shooter, whether that makes him more powerful. Now, I don't know if sacrificing attack shooter makes him more powerful, but I went for it anyway. You'll see that in a minute. Because they do send out attacks, as you can see. Like, they're throwing out those spiky circle things. So I thought if I sacrifice one, it might make it more powerful. I'm not sure if it did, but I decided to do that in a minute anyway. Still getting our eco up. Over 22,000 eco right now. No, we're not. 21,000 eco right now, which is there we go, which is insane. This is now officially like the most eco I have ever got, and I was so happy to get it. So we're just going to continue farming for a little bit, and then we're going to work on our temples to finish them off. So, at this point, we've got all the temples sorted. It's been going really late game. He himself has got a load of temples as well. He didn't actually decide to do them all technological terrors and everything, so they're not as powerful as mine. So I start to just try and put in these super monkeys on the top right, and I think, I'm going to try and get these up to technological terrors, and we're just going to fill the rest of the map with technological terrors to go insanely late game. So I get my first one up the top there, you can see. Enemy, actually, the BFBs and the Moabs are getting pretty far. They're not getting, like, ridiculously far, but he's just got his final temple as well down in that bottom left. Oh, no, he's got one in the top right, top left to go still. But he gets another temple down in the bottom left. So we're really, like, edging here. We're so close to each other. I decide to go and just keep on getting these super monkeys, keep on getting them up to technological terrors. So I've got, like, 3 technological terrors up in the top there. Our enemy, again, look at those Moabs. They're getting pretty far on his side, whereas on our side, they're not even getting, like, halfway before they die. They are seriously not. They're getting destroyed really quickly. But look at that. Boom. For some reason, he's dropped down to 8 health, and I have no idea why. I didn't see him lose anything, so I'm not sure why. So we were keeping on watching him here, and you can see these balloons, right? They're getting pretty far. He decides to boost everything, and look at that. He destroys them all. Like, he literally has destroyed everything on the page, doing great. And at this point, I thought, oh, okay, maybe he just let a few through. And then all of a sudden, he loses. And I don't know why. I have no idea why. I can't explain that one, guys. If you can explain it, let me know back down below. But we have now got a 5-win to 1 loss ratio, which is awesome. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, leave a like down below. Until next time, thank you for watching. Peace out.